This is not dribble. This is a powerhouse.
A big warm welcome to everyone joining us here at Lindy Hop. We are Sam and Gabi, and together with our puppy Basie, we are currently traveling around Europe, exploring all of its hidden gems and making memories in our self-converted campervan. We started in the UK, drove across to Lithuania, and now our plan is to go up to the Arctic Circle and then down to the south of Europe. We will document our adventures in weekly videos every Sunday, so join us by subscribing to our channel, it's free after all, and turn on the notifications so you're made aware of every time we upload a new video, and follow us on Instagram for bonus behind the scenes footage.
Well, I really wanted to see a waterfall, and we've seen so many like little dribbles here and there. This is not dribble. This is a powerhouse. Literally. How many thousands of liters it chucks out? 10,000 liters per second.
Yeah.
Crazy. Wow, wow, wow. Biggest waterfall I've ever seen in my life. And I've wanted to see a big one for a while, so this meets my expectations. Wow, 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, many times. So we're in the middle of this crazy cave. Well, I mean, you would walk past it not knowing what it is, but it's a pothole. And it's basically this cavity that was created by a glacier compressing down and moving rocks within it, and this abrasive power would grill, basically, I don't know, just grind their way out, and that's why it's got such smooth edges in this pothole, and some really round rocks here as well that created it. So interesting.
I've never heard of anything like this before. It's absolutely extraordinary. You can see the way that it's like so smooth and round, and you can imagine the water going and lifting these rocks that are super like rounded and almost like sanded down by the big rock around it. It's just incredible to think that this was part of the waterfall at some stage. But this pothole is estimated to be between 12 and 10,000 years old, which is just like, yeah, otherworldly.
That rock looks like a penis!
I was gonna say it more politely, but yeah, it does. I don't know how it's still standing there.
That's a hard one for sure!
Do you reckon that's another pothole they're forming? Pothole in the making?
Yeah, must be.
When Gabi said she wanted to come and see the glacier, I don't know, I didn't put 2 and 2 together, and I did not realise that such waterfalls would come from glaciers. Now I'm here, it seems absolutely obvious, but this is like such a hidden bonus that I didn't expect. Yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal, and I'm not even thinking about the glacier now.
Oh, look what I found. It's a bit of a glacier, a piece. It's melting in my hands. Wow. Wow, this is it. We can't go any further. There's a fence that says it's too dangerous in case there's ice falling or people try and climb it. But yeah, this is pretty close. I didn't expect to come this close, which is amazing. This is probably one of the most accessible glaciers that you can, you know, just walk to. You don't have to like get a boat trip or a guide, etc. So it's amazing to see it from this close.
How was that?
Okay, so I've done ice cold. No, so I've done very cold, ice cold, Arctic cold, and this is glacier cold. It's really cold. There's literally ice cubes in the water, and when I was going in, it felt like the pebbles on the bottom of the lake were sticking to my feet because they were so cold. You know, when you pick up an ice cube and it's like sticks to your skin, it was pretty crazy. And then when I came out, I've never seen my feet so red. It was just so cold. But I'm feeling super warm now, and it's not raining. It's absolutely beautiful. Not many people are here. I think we're just here after hours. So yeah, what a memory of a lifetime. Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was beautiful. I mean, I stayed nice and warm, so.
This was meant to be our day off, sort of just go for a nice little walk, and it's like, wow, this is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one thing I had on my bucket list to come and see a glacier, so I'm so excited that we're here.
We're really glad that we shared this with you guys, and yeah, would definitely encourage anyone else to come here. If you're in this area, you should come and visit.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling stitches.
These hairpin roads are, I mean, we've been up so many now. None are like the Trolltunga, but look at that view. It's just, oh man.
Don't look before you leave. What you give, you get to keep.
We're still going up this highest altitude road, and it's getting dark. The landscape is getting more and more rugged, and on the side of the road there's these massive sticks. You know, you get these red sticks that show where the edge of the road is when the snow is, but these sticks are so tall. I've never seen sticks so tall. I don't know how much snow they're getting in here, but it must be a lot.
We've just got to 1,000 meters above sea level, I think, which is where we were at the top of the Trolls Ladder. And we've still got a lot of twisting and winding to go, so I don't know how high this road goes.
Our ears keep popping like every few minutes because we're just going up, and yeah, it's crazy.
magical scenes outside, absolutely magical. Just this landscape is just unreal, and since we're approaching the end of our time in Norway now, it's sort of it feels like a nice way to end it, but we're not over yet. And this isn't even our last video from Norway, but I think in our heads, because we're like, we know that we're going to go south now, I kind of feel like we're already south. I don't know how to explain it.
Last night we stayed in such a good spot. It was out in the wilderness. We were pretty much on our own. There's another camper that pulled up really late at night, really friendly girl from Switzerland. Her name is Tanya, and it was so nice to just hang out in the van, have some drinks and meet other van lifers on the road. So that was pretty cool. And now we woke up, had some breakfast, and we're back on the road, and we're on this mountain in the highest altitude road in Norway, I believe. And yeah, as I said yesterday, there's these massive sticks indicating how high the snow comes up. So we can't see any snow. We may be expected to see a little bit of snow around the road. Our friends lost in transit, Tom and Izzy, said that they saw snow on this road or similar road to this even in June. Obviously we're now in August, it's a bit warmer, so maybe not so much snow, but nevertheless the views are just incredible.
Yeah, slept super well. I don't know what it is about like high altitude. Maybe there's less oxygen, so it makes you sleep better. I don't know. But just the fresh air. Yeah, slept like a log. And can't wait to go and see this church that we're on the way to now.
So we've just arrived to Bergen, and we're gonna go and see Bergen Stave Church. And it's a very old medieval church, all timber construction. It was built in 1200, which is crazy, 1200s. And it was used as a church up until late 1800s. So excited to go. It's really sunny. I don't have sunglasses, super sunny.
Yeah, Gabby's just gone in to see how much it's going to cost to go actually inside the church, and if it costs more than 100 NOK probably, then we won't go in, but yeah, that's our budget for this. Gabby's wanted to see it for a long time, so I'm really glad that we can be here so she can experience it. Also, something really annoying, I've worked out what's wrong with the van. We've got a little problem, a little squeak, funny noise, and it's the universal joint that goes between the prop shaft and the differential. So I've just been in the van for the last like hour or two trying to call around garages in Gothenburg to see if anyone's available next week to replace it, but everywhere seems to be booked up. But yeah, hopefully by the time this video airs it'll have been sorted, but you never know. If you've got any recommendations of a good garage in Gothenburg, then please let us know in the comments.
Super fast.
Huh? Say again?
I only got one ticket.
Okay.
Did you want to come?
No.
Nice, 100 NOK. They close in 15 minutes, so we'll have to be super quick. I've got my ticket. darkened state church, and I've never seen anything like this, obviously, but the structure is called a cube within a cube. So I'm currently walking around on the outside of the inner cube, so it's two structures kind of merged together in a really interesting way. So you can walk around the whole perimeter of the church in this little passageway with little archways that you can see out into the cemetery around and the mountains around. I feel like slightly out of breath because it's something about timber building being so old, 1200s. It's like, wow, 800-year-old building, and the timber just, I don't know, feels like it's soaked up the history and it's got such a special feeling in here. I can't put it into words properly. Oh, thank you for waiting for me. Hey, Pupsy. Yes. Honestly, this was the best tenner spent ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I'm glad.
Yeah, no, I'm so glad that I went in. Yeah, I'm so glad that I went to see the church. It was absolutely incredible. And when I was buying the ticket, the lady said, oh, you got only 15 minutes, so you'll have to, you know, be quite quick. And I was like, oh, I don't know, this is, you know, not enough 15 minutes, but I spent maybe 20 minutes because the guy who worked there let me kind of stay a bit longer kindly, and he spoke to me as well about the church and told me a little bit more information, which was super lucky. And also, it's such a small church, so many tourists, so I feel like coming 20 minutes before they close was actually super lucky because I was pretty much on my own, just like looking around. I did a couple rounds looking at the details and the writings. It was absolutely wonderful. The church was built in 1200s, and then, you know, obviously these buildings get renovated and additions are added, but out of 1,000 churches that were here in Norway of this type of churches, only 28 are remaining, and this one is one of the most preserved ones. And part of the church on the inside, 85% is original timber from 1200, so you can imagine that's like incredible.
What makes it so black? Well, what do they pour on it? Is it tar or something?
Yeah, so the outside is treated with tar, and they use it to prevent the timber from rotting and protects the timber. They have to reapply it every 3 years. So the last application was done in 2021. What is that? Last year, isn't it? But the inside, so basically the church is constructed almost like cube within a cube. So the outer shell of the church that is treated with tar is the outer cube, and then inside the pine timber, they use pine, is the inner cube that is protected and is not treated with tar. But yeah, the detail and the timber and the smell in there, it had like a mixed smell. I would say one smell was of a traditional Christian church, where you come inside the traditional church, you have that smell of, what do you call those smoky things, like incense, like, I guess that's a very particular Christian smell.
Is it a Catholic church?
It's not Catholic, it's Norwegian, Church of Norway. But yeah, and it had lots of writings on the doors as well, and some of these writings were from pilgrims that would come obviously to see the church, and some of the writings are even older, on the doors from local farmers. They would inscript their names or their symbol on the door to show their approval of the church, or the arrival of the church into the area. And Norway has been Christian since year 1000, so loads of these churches popped around. Yeah, incredible, loved it, so interesting. Right, so we still have some really nice daylight, so I don't know what we're gonna do.
Fishing?
We drive past these lakes and I'm feeling a little bit sentimental, kind of leaving Norway and these beautiful lakes. So I think before we head into Sweden, we need to have one more
attempt
lake night somewhere by a nice lake. Should we find the lake?
Yeah, okay.
Let's go and find the lake.
we've just got to our spot for the night, and it may very well be our last night in Norway, but what a spot Gabs has found for us. It feels like a hybrid of Finland and Norway rolled into one somehow. We've got this little like wild spot next to a lake. Is it a lake or a fjord?
I don't think it's a fjord anymore.
No, it's a lake.
As we learned, fjords are formed in the rock by the glaciers, but I think we now come out of that region and there's a lot more forest, the land's a lot more flat, but we've got just like perfect spot by the lake.
Having said that, there is a massive mountain in front of us, which is gorgeous. But yeah, we're going to spend the night here. Maybe I'll try and catch some fish, who knows, you never know how that goes.
Bit of a gamble.
Bit of a gamble.
I'll definitely go for a swim.
Yeah, and yeah, just chill out here.
You reckon?
Is it warm?
No. Is it cold? Yes. No, every time. Every time. Oh yes. Well, we're just having the nicest evening. So calm and peaceful here in front of this lake. It's been a gorgeous day as well, sunny all throughout. So it's just a treat last night in Norway. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and thank you for following us along our Nordic trip. Next we're going to be heading into Sweden, so follow us along for the Swedish adventures as well. If you have any questions about van life or how we travel, if you've got any tips or anything you want to say, we might do a Q&A as part of our next video. So if you want to ask any questions, please drop them in the comment section below or message us on Instagram or directly or however you want. Thank you again for watching the video. Please subscribe to our channel to follow us along. Click the notifications bell to get the reminders of our videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!